Today, Adi and I will be giving you a bite-sized summary on incentive compensation in Singapore.
In that, let Elizabeth and I make the most out of your 2 minutes or so with us.
First up, the most commonly seen types of incentive compensation are share-based plans like stock options, restricted share awards or units, or employee share purchase plans. And then there's cash-based plans such as phantom share plans and deferred cash compensation.
Secondly, there are different reporting requirements for each type of awards. Share-based awards are governed by Singapore equity taxation rules, taxing all gains derived from equity granted during Singapore employment period. However, cash-based remunerations follow Singapore employment income taxation rules, where income is taxable if it is related to the employment period.
Whilst it doesn't sound too tricky, complex consequences may occur with share-based plans due to Singapore's specific rule around the taxation of equity compensation, also known as the deemed exercise rule. This usually occurs when employees cease employment in Singapore, either permanently or when reassigned to an overseas entity. All unvested equity granted during their employment will be deemed as vested or exercised, and employers must report this in the departure clearance return at least 1 month prior to cessation. And when assessed, all taxes should be settled by the employee before they leave the country. Singapore's approach towards equity taxation is unique, as most countries will typically source this income over the employment period between grant to vest.
Organizations are looking into innovative ways to reward and retain their employees, whilst ensuring that they remain compliant from a legal, regulatory, accounting and tax perspective. They need to find the right balance between reward and responsibility, taking into considerations the company's and the other stakeholders' objectives.
Whilst equity award plans can appear more attractive and effective in incentivizing, rewarding and retaining talent, some thought should be given as to whether such a plan would achieve the intended purpose. Some key questions organisations need to think about include: are there any lower cost alternatives that would ultimately be just as good or better? How would governing rules affect their reward strategy? And what if our staff travel in and out of the country frequently or have a regional role? How would this affect how their incentives are calculated?
That is why it is important that organizations align executive pay and company performance by undertaking frequent reviews of their incentive compensation schemes.
It is increasingly vital for companies to take on a multidisciplinary approach when reviewing existing plans or creating new ones, to ensure that all regulatory, compliance and statutory requirements are met.
And these are just some of the things we specialize in and have enough time for today's session.
For more insights or for a deeper discussion on the topic, stay tuned or get in touch. We're here to help.